What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Alex Halsey. I'm the health fitness specialist at the McLean location. Happy Thursday to you all. Happy Friday, Junior. Hope y'all ready to get this workout going and over with. All right. So, not to say like we're just trying to rush through it, but just trying to get in, trying to get out, so we can move on with our day. All right. So, we are going to be doing a little bit of a different format today. You can check the description. You'll see what we have. So we're going to have 3 intervals this time. Usually we only have 2, and each 3-minute interval will be 6 minutes long. We're going to focus on 1 move per interval, so that way we can explore the variations, the progressions, the regressions, and we can focus on 1 movement pattern at a time, just to make sure you can really take your time to hone in on your form, hone in on your technique, and again, play around with the different variations of the move we're going to be working on. All right, so being able to repeat is going to be the thing that helps you get your form to a better place, to improve your strength, to improve that mind-muscle connection before you move to the next. All right, so give your central nervous system a good opportunity to really make a movement pattern efficient. All right, so that's why we're going to be doing it in this manner. So the 3 moves we have, number 1 is a 3-way cross. That's going to work on our shoulders. Today is going to be a little bit shoulder dominant. We just have 2 moves that we're going to be hitting as opposed to the 1 move for the legs or the lower body. So 2 moves for the upper body, the shoulders, 1 move being squats for the lower body. So number 1, again, is a 3-way cross. Say that 3 times fast. I bet you'll stumble over it. But nonetheless, that's what our first move is, 6 minutes. We're going to have a 30-second break in between each interval. Then we're going to move to the next. The second move is going to be a shoulder extension. So that's just working the posterior or the backside of our shoulders. That 3-way cross is going to work primarily the front and the lateral sides of our shoulders. Number 2 being the shoulder extension, we'll hit the posterior side of our shoulders. And number 3 is a squat. Both with all of these, we're going to have regressions, progressions. I'll kind of explain them to you. Might even demonstrate a few, just so that way you can kind of play around with the moves and how you have it set up to get the most from it for your strength level. All right, so let's go ahead and get warmed up. Make sure you have a variety of weights available. If you do, we don't need anything heavy today. Lightweight should do the trick. Medium to lightweight should be just fine. There should be plenty, given the fact that we're going to have 6 minutes to do each move. That should be plenty of time to fatigue yourself no matter what weight you're using. All right, so let's go ahead and get warmed up. Have your water ready and some weight options available. Meet me down on the mat. We're gonna start off in child's pose, our little child pose rock, just like we always do. All right, so bring the butt to the heels, and then you're gonna extend your body out into a cobra and just rock back and forth. Let's take the time. We're just trying to loosen up the hips, the shoulders, and the spine all in one. Make sure you're putting weight through your hands. You're squeezing your glutes when you're in the cobra. And you're pushing your butt back as far as you can, trying to reach it towards your heels. Taking your time going through these movements, being nice and smooth. And from here, you're going to go right into cat-cow. And from here, what you're gonna do is bring your right hand up to the temple, rotate up like you're trying to push your right shoulder to the floor, and bring the elbows together, back down. Really trying to turn your shoulders so that they're almost vertically stacked when you rotate. Should be a straight line from the elbow to the palm. The palm all the way down on the floor. You want that to be vertically aligned with the shoulder, the top shoulder, bottom shoulder, and the palm. Just trying to illustrate where you want to be with your form. Just get as close as you can to that. We all got different movement capacities and capabilities, so just whatever you can get is what you want to get out of these moves. Last one. All right, from here, I'm gonna flip right on over. Gonna work on the posterior side now. So we're just gonna start off with some bridges. Loosen up the hips. You're really holding the paws at the top, squeezing the glutes, trying to push your hips as high as you can, unlocking the hips a little bit, and relieving some of the stress off of the back. So make sure you're really squeezing those glutes. Two more. Last one. And from here, what you're gonna do is sit on up. Got tables right here as well, so go ahead and push the hips up. Now we're opening the shoulders and the hip. You want to twist your palms into the ground to create some stability up at the shoulder. Try to bring your feet slightly wider than hip width. It'll make you feel more stable. And make sure your shoulders do not get pushed. Your shoulder blades do not get pushed apart. You want to pull your shoulder blades back toward the floor and together. All right, so from here, you're going to lay back down. All we're doing now is bridging the hips. Again, wider stance. Bring your feet slightly wider than hip width. From here, all you're going to do is twist to your left, stacking your shoulders on top of each other, and reach. Bring it back down. This is a little bit more of a coordinated move, but we're just loosening up the spine. Same thing, other side. And warming up the core. Exhaling every time you reach and twist. Again, you're trying to turn your shoulders as much as you can so that they're almost stacked, almost like your shoulders are parallel with the wall to your left and right. Last one, both sides. All right, and relax. So we're gonna just come on up. Let's get ready to go. All right, so move number one, again, is a three-way cross. So you just need light weight for this. You don't need anything heavy. All right, cool. So simply put, three-way cross. We're going in three different directions. And we're going to start off with a cross. Look like we're making a cross. So lateral, you raise your arms and your weights to this lateral position here. Then you bring your hands in front of you. Then you bring your hands overhead and back down. That's one. All right, so 1, 2, 3, hence three-way cross. We're just starting off in that cross position. You can do this standing. You can do this kneeling. Does not matter. I prefer to do it kneeling just because it brings my core into it a little bit more. And it removes my legs, which puts more of the work in my shoulders. All right, so we have 6 minutes here. Depending on the weight you have, just choose. Once you feel yourself getting tired, that's where I want you to stop. I don't want to put a specific number on it. Just when you feel like you're getting tired, that's when you stop, catch your breath, repeat. All right, we're doing this as many times as we can for 6 minutes straight. All right, so you don't want to tire yourself out too quickly. That's why you want to stop once you feel yourself getting tired, because you'll probably continue to get tired at that point if you take breaks. All right, or you'll just have a harder time getting to that number, or to get harder to get to that number. All right, so trust yourself. At least for me, I'm guessing that that's going to be around 5 to 8 reps. All right, so here we go. Listen out for the countdown. Countdown from 5, 6 minutes on the clock. 1. Let's get going. It's a lateral, front, overhead, straight back down. That's 1. Lateral, front, overhead, down. That's 2. That's 3. So again, once you feel yourself getting tired, that's where you want to stop, catch your breath, and repeat. Do not stop until you feel yourself getting tired. We have to push to that point to make sure you're getting something from the move. If that's 100 reps, good for you. You can get to 100 in 6 minutes, or at least you might be able to get to 100 in 6 minutes. All right, so I hit 9, I think. All right, just catch your breath. Again, take your time, just breathe. You can get up, walk it off, walk around, come right back down. Obviously, we want that break to be as short as possible, but be reasonable with it. Just keep in mind how many numbers you did and try to repeat that. All right? All right, so I'm going back to it. Hope you guys are joining me. We are at 4.5 minutes remaining. Try not to shrug your shoulders into your ears. Pull your shoulders down as you elevate the weight, especially for that overhead transition. Take your time. Do your best to keep that form in check. Try not to keep those ears in the shoulders. Oh, I'm sorry, try not to keep the shoulders in your ears. Try not to exaggerate the shrug. You might get the tendency to come up here. Pull your shoulders down as you lift your waist, as opposed to coming here. Pull those shoulders down, bring to the front, raise overhead. Your shoulders will elevate a little bit as you bring your arms overhead. That is okay, but obviously just don't exaggerate it. Don't let your shoulders shrug into your ears. All right, closing in on 3 minutes flat. This will be set number 3 for myself. I hope you guys are right there in line with me. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew, okay, it's definitely getting harder to get to 8 each time. Of course, you need to just keep yourself loose while you're working out. Some shoulder circles. Go forward. Both directions. You can just do some arm circles. You can do your arm circles on the wall just to keep your arm loose. But again, do take your time. Whew. All right, here we go. Under 90 seconds remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whew. 8. All right, so we've got 35 seconds remaining. Whew. Do what you can, get a quick breath, and just see if you can finish it out. Just keep on going, just keep on going. Still take your time, don't rush. Got 10 seconds, you'll hear 3 loud beeps to signify the last 3 seconds. Listen out for those. That'll let us know when we're done. Okay, and we are done with 3-way cross. Still can't say that for some reason. But cool, 30 seconds. Next move, arm extension. All right, so you're gonna be facing down. How are you doing? Straight arms coming straight back. That's literally it. All right, try not to shrug your shoulders back together, but just bring your arms straight back. Here we go. Hinging at the hips, so push your butt back. Bend your knees, push your butt back, let the chest fall a little bit. Trying to get your torso as parallel to the floor as possible, and literally just bring your arms straight back, and then let gravity pull them straight back down. So lift, back down. Lift, back down. You're slightly controlling the weight on its way down. Remember, try not to shrug your shoulders together in the back. And you're just holding that position. So if your back gives out, meaning your back fatigues sooner than maybe your shoulder does, what you can try to do is regress the move and come to the floor. What you can do is come on all fours and do the exact same thing. My left hand is kind of being my support arm, and I'm using my, obviously, legs to support myself, and you do the exact same thing. Just scoop straight back. This way you can kind of go one hand at a time, but you can also reduce how much you have to rely on your back to support you there. You can also do this out of the prone position, but your arms are going to be a little bit more challenged in that position, but you're completely supported being in that prone position, belly down on the floor. All you have to do is just lift and bring the weight back down. But again, you lose a little bit of leverage there. It's going to be a little more challenging, but it does support your rest of your body fully if you need it. So those are 3 different ways to do the exact same move. Pick the setup that works best for you. You should be able to feel that burn. You can take your time. You're not going too slow, but you're not going too fast either. Just bam. Whew. Just over 3 minutes remaining. Again, you can do the standing, do both arms at the same time. Again, making sure you're not shrugging your shoulders together, but just getting the arms straight back. It's not a high range of motion move, meaning there's not a lot of movement, a space to cover in the movement itself. So take your time. Don't be scared to let that burn build up before you stop. That's exactly what we want. Just like the first move, don't stop until you feel yourself getting a little tired. Whew. That's the point. We want that burn to build up. Make sure you're not arching your back while you're performing this move. That'll reduce the movement range of motion. Make sure you keep that back as flat as you can, no matter which position you're in. Ooh. So if you're doing this right, you're gonna feel it, not in your lat, but go a little bit higher. Right in this area is where you'll feel that move. All right. So you have the lateral front, lateral, and the back. That's right there where you want to be feeling it, just above the lat. All right. It should feel like it's kind of inside of your shoulder where that burning sensation is coming from. If not, it's possible that you could be using too much lat contribution, meaning you're bringing the shoulder blade back a little bit too much. Try to set your shoulder in a neutral position so it's not going forward or backwards as you go throughout that movement. That should help target that posterior deltoid that we're trying to hit with the move. Ooh. We got 40 seconds remaining. Keep it going, guys. Keep going. You got 20 seconds. We got a 30-second break coming up, and we have our squat as our last move after this. Whew. All right, so last move, simple squats. All right, so you can do the squat however you want. You can do a lunge, you can do a sumo squat, you can do a narrow squat. You can do a pause squat where you pause at the bottom. You can do a 1.5 squat, which is what I'll be doing. However you want to do your squat, go ahead and do your squat. It's something that's going to work your legs. All right. So I'm just going to start off with some regular squats just to get warmed up. Remember, don't stop till you feel tired. Ooh. Ooh. I actually lost count, but that was somewhere between 20 and 30. since it was closer to 30. Ooh. Alright, so this one might tax you a little bit more, at least it's taxing me a little bit more for the squat component. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna get back into it. You can do this. Just gonna try some sumos here. In your squats, by the way, something I see a lot is people will remain leaning forward in their squat. Like right here, we don't want that. Make sure your shoulders stack over top of your hips once you get back to the top of your squat. It's completely normal to shift your shoulders forward and your butt backward, but make sure you realign them at the top. All right, so they separate, shoulders come forward, hips go back, hips gotta go back, or hips gotta come forward, shoulders gotta go back to get yourself realigned. 3 minutes remaining, keep it up. So again, just make sure at the top, the shoulders come back, the hips come forward so that they're vertically aligned at the top. All right, guys, take your time. Take your time coming up. Take your time going down. Again, I do not care what squats you do. Just do some form, some variation of it. Whew. We've got 1 minute, 40 seconds to go. If you don't need to take a break, maybe find a different variation to do. If you need to take a break, no worries. Just take a breather. Get back to it when you're ready. Closing in on the last 60 seconds remaining. We have exactly 1 minute to go. Woo. Just need to catch my breath. All right, here we go. 40 seconds remaining. Listen out for the 3 beat blasts, 3 sound blasts to let you know there's 3 seconds remaining. And that will signal the end of our workout. And we're done. Ooh. All right, so shut it down, throw your weights up, walk it off, catch your breath, grab some water. We'll stretch out in a second. Whew. Good workout, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to track it. All right, so you might not have been moving the entire 6 minutes for each of those intervals, but for whatever time you spent not doing the actual exercise was just recovery time. All right, so you still feel good about that. If you can do anything for 6 minutes straight without stopping, exercise-wise, you're pretty efficient at that, even if it's just running. Depends on how intense we're talking, though, but nonetheless, strength-wise, like what we were doing today, if you can do anything for 6 minutes, that's impressive. All right, so don't beat yourself up. If anything, just recognize the more you do this, the longer you'll be able to perform said movements. That's not only going to increase your strength, but really going to help increase your endurance. All right, so that's definitely a component of your overall fitness that is just as important as all the rest. All right, so let's come down here. Come to a straddle first. We'll end up on the ground. No worries. Just come into a straddle. Gonna reach the left hand down the left leg. If you want to, you can bring the right arm up and over. Feel the stretch in your right oblique and your left inner thigh. Take a breath in. Exhale, come up and switch sides. Big breath in, exhale, come back to the top. Another breath in, going straight down the middle. Exhale, fold over, push your butt back and your chest down toward the floor. Keep on breathing, of course. Big breath in, exhale, and then take to the floor, or come up, then go to the floor, whichever is easiest for you. All right, so once I come to the floor, but I can tell you which position to go straight into child's pose. Bring the butt to the heels. And reach up top, nice and tall, reach nice and high. You can thread the left hand under the right. Push the left shoulder into the floor. And relax, switch sides. And relax. Flip over to your butt again. Going to stretch out the quad. Pull the right heel toward the right glute. You can slightly squeeze the right glute to kind of stretch out the quad a little bit more. You're going to lean back. And relax. You're going to keep that left leg extended. Bring the right leg over the left and hug it into your body. You're going to switch to your right. So again, don't forget to track y'all's workout. We're playing a long game here to be consistent. That's why I consistently try not to make these workouts so hard. so that you can go through the rest of your day normally without being in too much pain. Relax. Left leg, pull that left heel to the left glute, but so that it's easy for you to come back, knowing you're not going to be hurting the next day. So it's very difficult to see changes without the consistency. Yes, the stimulus has to be adequate in order to justify any sort of physiological or anatomical changes, but nonetheless, consistency is where you can start. And relax. Gonna pull that left leg into the body and switch to the left. So please do share any feedback you have with me. Would love to hear it. And relax. Go ahead and hop on up. So please do keep stretching if you need to. Thank y'all for joining me today. I hope to see y'all on the next one. And I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. I'll see y'all soon. Holla.